This is a clip from one of our most recent episodes. For full episodes and more, please check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and yourvibespodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy.
Anyway, I worked there for quite a while, till like 2015. And, then I came to Dixon, and I get a lot of questions. Why on earth did you come to Dixon? And honestly, it's a hard answer to give. It's a loaded question, but the short answer is the Lord called me here, man. I came here, I guess you could say, for a church, but I moved here with a dear family. And yeah, we lived all together. It was supposed to be for 6 months, just a tiny little house. I think there were 7 of us in this 1,100 square foot house. We're like, oh, just for a few months till we find our house, And then we got to Dixon and realized there are no houses. So like 5 years later, 7 of us, 1,100 square feet, 1 bathroom. Yes. I finally got my own house over on close to downtown.
Cool.
So again, one of those things, sacrifice. If you can sacrifice for a period of time, save like crazy, and then you can get those goals, no problem,
Sure.
Well, no problem.
There would be problems.
A lot of problems.
There would be problems,
okay.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you give it your best shot.
Yeah, so I came here, and I was used to cube life, and I had to make a decision of whether am I gonna commute to Nashville every day, be in a car for 2 hours, or what am I going to do? So I worked at a little farm and a bakery for a while around here, and realized that's not right either. And so I just went for it. There's a lot of fear I had associated with jumping out on my own with websites and marketing. But I've been in design. I've been doing it for, since, how many years? I don't know, probably 10 years by that point. And so I had a lot of experience. I could have done it, but that fear really held me back for a long time. Where's my next job coming from? Where's the next client? What if I get, sick? What if somebody sues me? But I just went for it. I had just the most encouraging mentor and friends around me that's like, come on, like, you've been wanting to do this, just do it. Do it. And so because I kept my bills low, spending low, I was able to take that risk where it was really scary there for a few months, really even a few years. And then without that encouragement, I would have never done it. So, it's important to surround yourself by people who don't hold you back, for people that are like, it's wise. This is a wise decision, right? Sure. So look at all your, all the decisions you can make. It's wise. Do it, So I'm so thankful for them. But so anyway, I went off and just started finding clients. That's what I've always done. I'd been doing part-time design and web and marketing, for the past 10. How old am I? Okay, 36. Okay, so actually more like 12 to 13 years. I'd been doing it part-time on the side. So I'd work in a cube, and then I'd go home and work on my computer, and that was my sacrifice. And then, sorry, I just want to go back to this real quick. There's this idea, I've heard this for a long time, is choose your sacrifice, and I really believe that with all my heart. So choose your sacrifice. So one of my coworkers, she made probably twice as much as I did. I had a decent salary, and she was broke all the time. And I was able to save incredible amounts of money every year because I lived like I was poor. That was my sacrifice. And it's just important for these young people coming in, especially you hustlers that want to, make a business or do something. You've got this dream, choose it, Anyway.
And give it your all.
Yeah.
Don't dive in and then doggy paddle.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You gotta
commit.
Really gotta do. Because that's the only way that the bridge is gonna gap the known from the unknown kind of thing. Is if you commit. You can't just tiptoe around on your dream. You know,
Exactly.
you really got to give it all you got. Which, you know, kudos to you for doing that. That's huge.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big time. And if you're going to do it, don't try to pull a me and do it after you're married with 2 children and dogs, because all that money we had saved, and then 2 kids with private school education and travel soccer and doctor's visits and you know, redoing bedrooms for kids. All that money, you know, you gotta either earn a lot more or, you know, make the situation better by, you know, figuring it out. So I would suggest to start as early as you can. Get that cube job a little bit just to kind of get your calluses about you.
Yep.
Because you're going to have to get used to your boss telling you no, and your boss talking down to you, or your manager, or dealing with your coworkers, and just all these day-to-day things, all this BS, you know. And if you try to jump right into doing your own thing, you're going to get slapped with a big hand of reality.
Yeah. You're taking for granted too. I keep
Sure.
going back to it. Great gratitude
Absolutely.
drives me now. It didn't before. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. You say kudos. I was miserable in that cubicle for a long time.
Sure.
And I probably had a very bad attitude about it. And so hindsight's 2020. Now I'm like, oh, I'm super glad I did that. At the time, it was not hard. It was not easy, you know.
Yeah.
But kudos to you too, man. Like, you've got full-time job, a real job, and then you've got all these side hustles that are just killing it. So you've got so much ambition. I love seeing it. And you just like, I want to do this, and I'm going to do it, and you follow through.
It's one of those gratitude things, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm extremely grateful to live in the community that I live in.
Yeah.
You know, that provides me, and, you know, this job provided me with the flexibility to do all this stuff kind of just, they feed into each other. You know, I did a podcast with a guy named Cole McRae. He owns a landscape business, and he's starting to get into another venture, and he's building houses, but, you know, he can do the landscape for the houses that he builds. So there's boom, boom. And his other venture is going to feed just directly into all that as well too. So they're all kind of not necessarily directly related, but they all funnel back, you know, to the same pot kind of thing. And
Absolutely.
yeah. And I think that I heard Gary V, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh, yeah.
I heard him say something the other day. However many people there are in the world, like 8.5 billion. He was like 8.5 billion people need to have a shift on what success looks like.
Absolutely.
Success doesn't look like becoming a billionaire. Success looks like waking up every single morning excited to get out of bed.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
To love your job. I didn't really think it was possible. I kind of thought people were lying a little bit. Like, there's no way. Come on, you don't like your job. I love my job.
Cool.
I can't wait. And I'm trying to get better at taking off, you know, weekends, no work on Saturday and Sunday. I'm really trying. Now that I have this fixer-upper, I'm just spending all my time doing that. But like, and then by the time Monday morning rolled, I'm like, I can't wait for Monday so I can get back to work.
Sure.
And I'm not, that's real. And that's like, to me, one of the highest aspirations we can have on this earth really is to love what you do. I mean, you're awake all the time, right? And if you're awake and then you're not happy, I mean, what are we doing? You know? It's like, you don't have to love you don't have to love the job you're in right this second, but what's a job you would enjoy? And then are you making steps to get there?
Sure.
You know? Tiny little steps over years. It doesn't have to be right away. But anyway, now that I feel it and have experienced it, I want it for everybody.
Yeah.
Love your job.
Well, it's that age-old question that people kind of brush off. It's, if money wasn't an object, what would you do?
Yep.
Do you know? And that's the truest fact. You know,
Yep.
I would sit. You know, I forgot who it was I was talking to, but I know we were both just kind of vibing on, you know, what we do on a day-to-day basis, and it was just one of those. I like to connect people. You know, I thoroughly enjoy networking. You know, just, oh, you would love this person, or come to this group, or, you know what I mean? And I just, like you said, I just feel like I want to do something and I do it. I don't give a shit if it fails or not. Like, if that networking group we were at this morning just completely goes to crap, whatever, you know, we'll figure something else out. We gave it a good shot. You know, it didn't cost us really any money, maybe some time, and, you know, go with it. But it's just one of those things, like, you just, as Joseph Campbell says, follow your bliss. You
Yep.
know, just it's an indescribable feeling of just this, just like this podcast. Like I could not not do it. Like it was just so I started out with some cheap stuff, got under my belt a little bit, you know, figured out the cadence, and was like, all right, it's time to upgrade, you know,
Yep.
and go that route. So it would be. You're right. You want that feeling for everybody. You want people
Yeah.
to get out of bed and not have to think this is going to be such a crappy day.
Right.
You know?
But it's not overnight. I mean, mine.
It's definitely not.
I mean, mine was. I think I can realistically say about 10 years.